Well, if you are doing some holiday entertaining next week, Audrey McGinnis from Every Girl Gourmet has a recipe you can try. It's eggnog bread pudding with a vanilla rum sauce, and I'm thinking this is one of the reasons this girl has her soulmate. You guys have been married 20 years, right?
20 years.
You're cooking. This recipe sounds amazing.
Well, and it is. It's, you know, I cook every day, all day long, all week long. But this time of year is just my favorite. There are so many things that just are synonymous with the holidays, and they taste even better when you're cooking it.
Bread pudding with some booze in it always
Absolutely.
goes well.
So what we're going to do is we're going to make eggnog bread pudding.
Love it.
And I actually tried the sauce before I put it on the bread,
So
and you
yummy.
could drink it like eggnog. It is so good. So we're going to get started. One of the little secrets to this is that we use the Hawaiian sweetbread, so it adds even more decadence and sweetness
like that. So a lot of
to
people
it.
use sourdough for bread puddings, right?
We do, but it's a softer bread.
I love it.
It's got a little sweetness to it, but what you want to do is you want to peel this off.
Okay. And what's the purpose of that?
The purpose of that is because it's already browned, so when you stick it in the oven, it has more of a chance of overcooking.
Got it.
Plus, it's a little bit thicker, and you want to expose that yummy soft bread.
And that's what
so
really
it can soak up that
absorbs,
custard.
right,
Absolutely.
all of the custard. Oh, yum, yum, yum.
So what I've done is you just peel it off. You can see how easily it actually comes off. And then you just want to cut it into little cubes, or you can rip it. I'll give you some. You just want to rip it up. Just try and make it a little bit consistent in size, so we've got even cooking.
Love.
And while you finish that, I'll leave that in there. I'm going to start the sauce, the custard.
And this is so easy.
I'm going to swap you.
And I love this because it's, you know, if you're going to someone's house, actually, it's a really easy, neat thing to bring.
It's very easy, absolutely. So this is a cup of whole milk.
Okay. So this is fat-free.
Yeah, no, that's not how I roll.
She's like,
it's just, no. So but it's easy, simple ingredients. It's milk, whole milk, a little bit of cream. We're going to put a
whole bunch of sugar.
How much of sugar in there?
How much was that?
That's a cup, but I'm making half a batch, so just half a cup today.
Okay, very good.
Some nutmeg.
Yum, those smells of the spices.
Just a dash of salt, just a little palm, don't need much.
Any particular salt? Some people like to use sea salt, kosher salt, whatever.
No, I just grab what's available.
Okay, very good.
You're going to get this simmering.
All right.
And then you're going to add your brandy.
Oh, and how much did you put in there? 3 tablespoons.
Okay. And that'll cook, the alcohol actually will cook down, but you'll get that brandy flavor, so that'll be good.
Very good.
And then we're going to do, you can pour the melted butter into your bread.
Melted butter.
That will start coating that.
Do you need to mix it up or anything? Or
yeah, if you want to. There's a spatula right there if you just want to toss it up a little bit.
Sure.
So you're going to let this really get simmering.
Right.
Okay. And then what we're going to do is once this is heated, we're going to, and this is good to do, that just sits while you're making your sauce. So you do that and then move on. What we're going to do is we're going to add some eggs. And you want to whip those up real good before so they're nice and frothy.
Sure.
I always do room temperature eggs.
And why is that important?
2 reasons. We're going to temper the eggs into the milk. If they're cold, it's going to shock and have an easier time. It's got a faster effect of like seizing up. You don't want scrambled eggs.
Right.
Plus, when you do eggs in any recipe, do them room temperature, because when they're room temperature, the egg white allows more air to be absorbed in when you're whipping it, so you get a fluffier end result in whatever you're baking. So always,
important when you're doing
always
this
do that.
So good.
So what you want to do, we'll pretend that this is heated up.
Okay.
And it's going to be, you know, scalding.
Yeah.
So you want to just add a little bit at a time.
Right.
So that you can bring your eggs to a closer temperature of your milk.
Got it.
So that's called tempering. So you do that. So then once you've got that kind of mixed, then you can mix the whole
thing back into
each other.
Love it.
Mix that in.
Got it.
I'll let you pour that into our bread.
All right, there we go. And then mix around?
Mix it around, and you want to let that sit for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Just so
does it need to be refrigerated?
No, you just leave that there while you move on to the sauce.
Okay.
So you're just going to let that sit because it's going to start soaking up all the custard.
Love it.
After it's soaked for a while, and you'll see it'll actually become kind of mushy and thick in consistency, you're going to pour it into your baking dish.
Okay. Very good.
And what you're going to do as far as baking this.
And I was going to say, I'm seeing 2 pans here. What's going on?
You are. This is another pan underneath. It's got water in it, and that's going to help for a consistent baking.
Got it. And then how long will we bake this for?
Well, this is a half, so about 40 minutes, but for the full one, it'll be an hour.
Okay, and
about halfway through, you want to put a little piece of foil
so it doesn't get too brown. And then the sauce to put on top when this beautiful piece of banana pudding comes out of the oven.
Well,
what do you
use
use
for pudding.
Bread pudding.
It's a vanilla rum sauce, so I don't know if we have time to mix it up, but it is just more cream.
More cream.
Some brown sugar with cornstarch. You're going to mix those 2 up before you put them in the pot. Then you'll add your cream. Then you'll add some rum.
Yeah.
And then when that's all good and warm and bubbling, then you add your butter in, stir it in, take it off the heat.
Does it need to cool down before you put it on the bread pudding?
No, you're going because you're not done with it yet. So you're going to mix that in, put your butter in, melt it, take it off the heat, add a little vanilla, stir it up, and then you want to serve it over your bread pudding warm.
So good. I love it. This might be something I try.
Oh, it's awesome. It is so good. It's good cold. It's good warm.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner,
and the sauce is good on ice cream. I mean, you can just
love it. Looks great. Okay, Audrey's recipes are on our website, thebroadcasttv.com. A very simple, easy dish to take with you to your next gathering. All right, up next, if you're single, you may be ready to mingle, but those holiday parties can be a little overwhelming to navigate without a date. Well, stick around. We've got some great advice from the ladies behind It's Just Lunch. How about we get